Hey guys, welcome back. Today's episode, I've been tagged by Ed at Grizzlytaco and also the Third World Prepper for the 7 questions of YouTube. Stick around. Let's go for a little hike and discuss. So most of you know that my cousin Malcolm Coder took me out into the woods sometime in March, and that's what inspired me. When I got out there with him and his friends, they all had YouTube channels. And when I went back home later and they started sending me the videos of what we did that day, I was pretty fascinated. So I looked at the videos and I'm like, wait a minute, I can do that. Because of course, when I looked at their videos, I was not a featured character in there. There was a couple of shots of me swinging an axe and, maybe falling down. So I decided to, hey, it can't hurt. And in the meantime, I would be advertising Malcolm's gear, his bags, his pouches and whatnot. So that's what inspired me, and that's why I YouTube. So the reason why I chose Kevin's Adventures is obvious, my name, and I did not want to paint myself in a corner with a narrow scope of content such as outdoors or bushcraft or something like that, because ultimately I wanted to let you guys meet the character Kevin and go from there. So by not painting myself in a corner, I have a wide range of content that I can dabble in, and it seems like you guys enjoy it. When I go on a trip, I can take you guys along with me, even though I'm not bushcrafting. So that's where my channel name came from. Funny you should ask. I have been on YouTube for approximately 10 months. March 21st, spring of 2016 was my first episode, and go check it out. It's pretty horrible. So a lot of stage fright, and I've come a long way. So this is how we do, folks. We come out here, we promote each other, we encourage each other, we support each other, and this is what you get. So March 21st, a revitalization of Kevin occurred in 2016. So the camera I use is on my iPhone 6. I don't own a real camera, so if you watch any of my videos prior to, say, September, I was borrowing a friend's GoPro Hero 4. I've since returned it to him, and now I'm basically just exclusively using my iPhone 6, and this thing is incredible. It basically looks like a real camera. Nobody knows the wiser, and people even ask me, whoa, what kind of camera are you using? So seriously, guys, I'm just using my iPhone 6. So as far as thumbnails go, up until about 8 months ago, I wasn't even making my own thumbs. I was just using the YouTube generated ones. However, I've since started to make my own. Very simple. I use nothing but the Windows 10 Movie Maker, and when I make a thumb, I normally take screenshots and I paste those into Paint and I crop them, and then I move those pictures, I import those into PowerPoint, and I kind of use PowerPoint as my my playground, and I basically design my thumbnail in PowerPoint. Then I take a print screenshot of the screen, paste that into Paint, crop it, and make it 1280 by 720. That's the magic size. So if I was just speaking a foreign language to some of you, and you would like a little quick crash course on how to make your own thumbs, it's not very hard. It's literally all on your computer right now, and takes minutes to make a thumb. Seriously, you don't need any extra software or anything like that. I don't even use any extra software. I use everything on my Windows computer. So yes, I do make my own thumbs. Well, when it comes to intros and outros, yes, I do make my own. You'll notice that my outro has been the same since my first video to the last. That one's partial to me because that was actually footage from the first outing I went on with Malcolm. Not necessarily my first video, but my first ever outing in the woods since, say, 25 years ago when I was a child. So that one's personal to me, and it's basically me walking out of the woods. So that's it on the outro. As far as the intro, I have a few. I've used a couple of dozen because I've dabbled back and forth, but it's mainly just been the two. It's my original, where I kind of just splash a couple of pictures on the screen. When the mushrooms come in, you'll see a title of the video. And my other one is the one where I've got Malcolm's backpack on, kind of just showing it off, and I'm walking in the snow. So really not a whole lot of it to it. Very simple, short. Remember, those things should be 10 seconds or less. Nothing crazy. So will I ever quit YouTube? I guess you can never say never, right? I wish I knew this was that much fun in the beginning, because I would have started this a long time ago. However, you know, life gets in the way. You know, there's always like illness, not only to yourself, but in your family, that could happen. And the one thing I think would get me is if YouTube or Google made this pay to play. So if they started charging you, I don't think I would do it anymore. I would probably wrap it up. Not that I'm cheap or anything, it's just because it's not the greatest service. Really not something I would pay for, I don't think. I like the stuff. I mean, they'd have to iron out a lot of the issues, especially the unsubscribing thing, you know, stuff like that. Plus, if they slapped the money on it, I'm sure some people would be able to pay, you know, $129 a month and get their ads, you know, their videos put up on top of all the charts and stuff. So there'd be a lot of that. It almost turned into like video gaming. So that's what would really kill me on this, is if it went and you had to pay. So outside of that, I don't think I would quit YouTube. So I guess I'm supposed to tag 3 people. I really don't like doing that. I normally like to be the person who kills it. But this one is, you know, it's not really hard, and I'm not going to hold anybody to it. However, the 3 people I'd like to tag are 3 people whose channels should have way more subscribers. You're it. Okay, guys? So I thank you for watching. I appreciate everything, and I'll see you guys in the next one.